Hello guys, and welcome to our new video from Mode Gaming. I'll be playing Titanfall today, and as you can see on the screen, I've just dropped in on my probably one of my first matches. I only got this game about two or 3 days ago. I downloaded it obviously straight away, jumped in. I did play the beta for about an hour or so. It took me quite a while to get it, even though everyone else got it quite quick. I had to do a sneak away and go and ask Origin customer support, and the lady I spoke to was nice enough to let me in on the beta. But at the moment I'm just using a longbow DMR. It's much like every other DMR in sort of say Battlefield, even Halo, sort of, as you can see, 2 or 3 bullets and the bots die. Players take a bit more obviously, otherwise be quite overpowered because it is quite an easy game to aim with, even though I'm quite awful at the moment. This game is quite fun. Simon was going to buy it as well, but he's going to see how this goes, maybe have a play on my computer before he decides himself. Plus to give him a chance to save the money for it. As you can see, you do get a few custom classes as well. I'm only sort of level 12 at the moment, so you don't get them all at once. You get sort of 2, then 3, 4, and then obviously you get your Titan classes as well. As for Titans in this game, I don't like going in them as much because I prefer to be sort of the lone wolf sort of type of person where I go around slaying everyone in the back lines or sort of that sort of way. I have used the smart pistol in this game. It is extremely fun to take out 40 odd bots in a game just by clicking one button. It's quite crazy. The players though, actual sort of pilots, they do take vastly longer, but obviously if you sort of stick near them and keep out their line of sight, they won't even know what's hit them. Just trying to take out a Titan here, which I'm trying to fail. As running through sort of this game in beta as well, the maps I played on beta were different to the ones that you'll see in these clips. I'm not sure whether it's been added as part of DLC or I just generally haven't played it or played the right game mode to play the map. I sort of played one where you're in sort of a destroyed sort of city with a tower in the middle. That map I quite enjoyed. These ones are very sort of I'd say rustic, sort of very torn up war zones, a lot of factories, bits like that. Other players in this game, I'd say they're hard and easy, obviously depending on what you get. I've seen quite a high level, I don't know what the level cap is, but I've seen these little sort of cards on the end of there, so they must be fairly good at the game. But you know, as this game's very, very casual, it's not hard to sort of kill high level players. You're not sort of all dependent on your skill. I'd say it's a very, very casual game. A lot of other sort of reviews, sort of gameplays will say that. So we'll still aren't they? Yeah, shots. I think this is where I get demolished as well. We'll just go on to the sort of next map. This one's a bit of a a factory sort of style one. You see there's sort of warheads around. Just testing out sort of the iron sights and some of the guns as well, so it's a bit of fun. As you see, there would be sort of a Cetra, I believe it's called, or some of those lines, SCPTRE. That one's a player there, as you can see sort of the name at the bottom there. But other than that, as you see, I'll just fast forward this because I had to change some of my key bindings. I didn't like the way they worked, but in the end it forced me that I couldn't use like use items. I like embark on my Titan. It didn't really bother me that much. I'll swap them later on after. As you see there, like you get little, I'd say, perks or bonuses. As you see in the bottom left, I've got a little sort of running man with a little trail behind him with a Q. And if I hit that, it means that I sort of like run faster for a shorter period of time and regenerate my health a bit quicker. The one we saw the guy kill me where he was slightly invisible was sort of like a cloaking device. So there you go, where I am bound to kill it. So yeah, the cloaking one's not as hard as you sort of think like in Halo, where you pretty much go completely invisible. Obviously you can see sort of like the outline, it's like a bit of fluid sort of running around your screen. This one's a bit easier to see enemies, as you can see there. It's not as hard. I just got destroyed by a Titan there, just like runs over my head. Titans can be fun. You'll see in sort of the end clip, I stayed them on for quite a while. I do like the 40, I think it's the 40mm cannon on it, where it's like a DMR again, does quite a lot of damage. You can take out sort of the NPCs and sort of players that are on foot. They're fairly easy. This match, I believe the points go up to 300. They can go really quick, some can go really slow, but generally they are quite fast. About halfway through, about 200 points, everyone starts calling their Titans. You see these burn cards here as well, they're like perks, bonus perks. You earn them through, say, killing a certain player. I just wasted one there. So killing a player and you earn it that way, or killing bots and doing challenges as well. Most of them are quite good. You can get sort of empowered weapons, so they do more damage. And the way they sort of show you it's sort of an empowered, they change the crosshairs to orange. So if you was using the smart pistol, sort of the whole area that you can lock on to people would be sort of orange accented. So the smart pistol is quite fun. It's quite easy to take out 40 bots in a game and you should be rolling around, so yeah, I'm the boss. So when you've earned like 40 odd points for your team, just on banging everyone. So this gun I've never used before, so I decided to try out, and I've got destroyed by a Titan again. But other than that, I've been enjoying the game. It is quite a laugh. I had Simon in here, like I said. He was debating whether to get it. He said it feels like, or it seems like from a spectator's point of view, you're playing the campaign, like waves of enemies. Personally, I didn't feel it actually playing it. Maybe, obviously, seeing it as a spectator, all you see is just bots running around, which I do understand, because there's quite a lot of bots that get called in. But you just got to remember to watch your sort of radar on the top left, and the thicker sort of red circles are your players. So if you go hunting them, you can have more, say, Call of Duty or style where you're chasing actual players than the little bots that go around. And yeah, I'll get like a nice little spree. And now we're just going to sort of fade into the next sort of level that I played. It's a bit more open space. Oh, that's a bit funny. So yeah, it's a bit more open space. So I did like this map. I played in my Titan a lot more in this one. When you first sort of launch down out of your ship, you can sort of run straight across to the other side, and you'll see all these NPCs here just not caring and just getting killed. So you get some quick, easy points at the start and get your Titan called in pretty fast. You'll see turrets as well, just automated turrets. I'll try and remind you when I see one. But pretty much you can hack sort of the console, and obviously it takes a few seconds to hack it, and it will take control. Those turrets there, they sort of like you can hack them, and as you see, someone's hacked it back, and it goes to sort of like an auto turret for you. You don't actually control it, which is would have been nice. But yeah, they auto turrets here. There's targets enemies and does a fair amount of damage. It's not too overpowered. As you see, sort of like previous clip, I ran straight towards one and it barely hit me. I was running around. There's frag grenades as well. Frag grenades on this game are quite overpowered as well. Sort of like one hit and you're dead. Calling my Titan there. I'm not sure about you guys, what sort of style Titan you prefer, but I like the tank one. I don't know why, maybe because it's big and chunky, but it just seems like it lasts forever. So it just obviously does more damage in the long run and sort of potentially get me more points while I run around. See, this is what I'm doing at the moment. There's stim in the bottom left, so obviously I'm regenerating my health faster than sort of normal. I don't know about you guys as well, whether this game's sort of going to be one of those ones that's going to take off later on in the year. Battlefield's gotten pretty big now, because obviously the map packs, and they've added sort of what the community wants, sort of more sort of open maps and some close quarters. That I do like a bit of Battlefield. So later on, you'll see when you play the game, or just later on in the clip, you'll see once you get, say, a defeat or a victory message, there's a ship that either team will be able to destroy, or you have to get to sort of evacuate. And Simon made a good point where, although you're defeated or you've won, you shouldn't be able to camp under it or camp sort of near it with, say, a Titan or as sort of a foot soldier, because it gets very irritating when you're trying to run there to escape and, say, get sort of the bonus out of it, and you've got the whole enemy team standing there waiting for you already before you've even got there yourself. It's quite annoying, because you just run out there and you're dead. That time he's got a nuke on him, so it's still blow up. That's quite overpowered as well, actually. It's blown me up a few times before. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, they camp sort of where the ships are, and then like you can't get to them, and it's quite irritating, because the ship takes 20 seconds to get there, and then you've got 10 seconds to get on it. And although it may be enough time to get there, like you only have one life. So once that life's done, you're just like staring at other players running around trying to get to the ship, and then obviously they die and you switch to another player, and pretty much whoever's got to get to the ship is pretty much always lost, because obviously it's just harder when you can't call in your Titan. You've got 3 other Titans trying to kill you. There you go. So that's a little bit of a sort of rant out the way there. Something that maybe changed. And also, in this game, I don't know why, or I did have a look into it. It's something to do with obviously the VSync settings, maybe, but you're capped at 60 frames per second, which for me is very, very irritating, because I can get a lot of screen tearing as I can run this game 200 FPS plus max settings. And it would have been sweet to be able to, you know, play the game with no screen tearing, no sort of oddities sort of in the way sort of ruining the experience. If you guys know how to uncap it, give us a comment below and I'll try it out. And if it sort of works for me, obviously I'm an AMD user at the moment, and if it works for me, I'll do a quick video on it, a quick tutorial. If you guys do play Titanfall and you would like to be sort of uncapped instead of stuck on 60 FPS all the time, you guys can sort of follow it, or make it sort of nice and short so you know how to do it as well. Which is obviously 60 FPS is sort of like your borderline. You want to be on 60 FPS all the time, but you want to be over it as well. So obviously if you have a 60 Hz monitor, you can only see sort of 60 FPS, but obviously if you go any lower than that, you can see sort of jittering. See anything too high and the game's capped at it, you get screen tearing, which is quite irritating. Yeah. So it's coming to sort of the end of the video now. I'm going to leave you with this short ending here. Got about 3 minutes left on the video. You see me sort of actually playing in the Titans there, and just playing some kids there. And you'll see what I mean by people trying to get to the ship in a second, so how annoying it is. But if you've guys got any sort of suggestions on any games to play, sort of any games that are free to play or even purchase, if you leave a comment in the bottom, I'll be sure to check them out. If you like this video, like it. If you don't, dislike it. If you dislike it, just give us a comment why. You know, it does help out the channel quite a bit. So I'll see you in the next video, guys.
Damage sustained.
Almost secured victory, but the insurgents aren't far behind. Let's stay on top and shut them down. Hostile fire inside. Going to hold the ground, Jack.
Warning, heavy damage incoming. Shield core online.
All units, be advised. We are mission complete. Nice work.
Be advised. Militia but enemy survivors remain in your area. Do not allow them to escape.